We've all been there, right? Standing at the checkout counter, watching the conveyor belt whisk our groceries towards the cashier.
Yeah.
Or maybe you've caught a glimpse of a high-speed printing press, churning out newspapers.
Right, right.
Ever stop to think about the unsung heroes behind those seamless operations? It's all thanks to rollers.
Rollers, yeah.
And today,
Okay.
we're taking a deep dive into the surprisingly complex world of custom roller manufacturing.
What's fascinating is that most people, they don't realize the level of engineering and material science
Oh, absolutely.
that goes into something as seemingly simple as a roller.
Exactly. We're diving into excerpts from the website of mrpu,
Okay.
a company in Vietnam that specializes in making these unsung heroes.
Interesting.
And don't worry, we've got the translations covered for you.
It's fascinating to get a glimpse into a company halfway across the globe, showcasing the interconnected nature of manufacturing.
Yeah.
And just from their website, you can see how detail-oriented they are.
Yeah.
They've clearly put a lot of thought into making it easy to navigate, even for an international audience.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes about their commitment to quality and communication.
Okay, let's unpack this mrpu.
Okay.
First of all, the name, it's catchy, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Almost like a friendly superhero of industrial components.
Right.
And it cleverly hints at their specialty, polyurethane, which we'll get into a bit later.
Okay.
Speaking of mrpu, their website is like a masterclass in custom roller manufacturing.
Right.
For example, take their product list.
Yeah.
They offer a whole range of products beyond just rollers.
Oh, interesting.
Like wheels for forklifts.
Wow.
And those heavy-duty pallet jacks you see moving mountains of boxes in warehouses.
It's a great point.
Right.
This isn't just a roller factory.
Yeah.
It's a company with a deep understanding of various industrial needs and how different materials can be used to meet those needs.
Yeah.
They're problem solvers, not just product manufacturers.
Absolutely. But since rollers are the stars of our show today,
Of course, yeah.
let's dig into the details, shall we?
Let's do it.
Their website breaks down the specs of each roller in detail.
Okay.
Everything from the material to the hardness,
Okay.
which essentially means how resistant it is to scratches and dents,
Right.
all the way down to the color options available.
Oh.
You wouldn't think about it, but even the color of a roller can be important in certain industrial settings.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
They offer materials like NBR, silicone, EPDM, each with its own unique set of properties, almost like a superhero team.
I like it.
A roller for a chocolate factory, for instance, needs to be food safe and withstand different temperatures.
Of course.
On the other hand, a roller used in a mining operation needs to be incredibly durable and resistant to chemicals and abrasion.
Yeah, totally different.
Right.
It's amazing how much thought goes into selecting the right material for the job.
Absolutely.
And speaking of different materials, I was particularly struck by the range of operating temperatures their rollers can handle. From a scorching 280 degrees C all the way down to a frigid mid-50 degrees C.
Wow.
That's colder than a polar bear's nose. They've got a roller for practically every climate on Earth.
Choosing the wrong material for a specific application could lead to a production line grinding to a halt.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a costly nightmare for any business.
Of course.
Durability,
Right.
chemical resistance, temperature tolerance.
Yeah.
These are all critical factors that MRPU considers when designing their rollers.
Okay, so let's say you have a specific roller in mind.
Okay.
Maybe your conveyor belt has decided it's had enough and needs a replacement.
Right.
What happens when you approach MRPU with your needs?
You're in luck.
Okay.
Their website, it does a great job of walking you through their custom manufacturing process.
Okay, cool.
It's actually a surprisingly collaborative process.
Right. It's not like ordering a pizza where you just pick from a few preset options.
Yeah, no.
They actually encourage you to come to them with your specific needs.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe you need a particular size or specific material that can handle, say, hot asphalt.
Right.
Or maybe you even have a sample of your old, worn-out roller.
That's a good idea, yeah.
They can work with that.
It's like they're industrial detectives.
I like it.
They take all those details
Yeah.
and use their expertise to design the perfect roller for your needs.
It's like bespoke rollers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Haute couture for the industrial world.
Exactly, and they're not afraid of a challenge. In
Right.
fact, they even specify the types of files like .pdf or .dwg
Oh, wow.
that they prefer for technical drawings. It
Yeah.
shows a real commitment to precision and getting things right.
It's like they're saying, we speak engineer fluently, so you know you're in good hands.
Exactly. And that kind of reassurance can be invaluable when you're talking about something as critical as a component that could make or break your production line.
For sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of precision,
right.
I was impressed by how they dedicate a whole section on their website to measurements.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They even provide a guide on how to take accurate measurement.
Well, that makes sense.
Which might seem excessive at first glance.
Yeah.
But actually makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. It highlights their understanding that it's not enough to just manufacture a technically sound roller.
Right.
It also needs to fit perfectly within the client's existing machinery.
Morris, yeah.
It's about seeing the bigger picture, that their product is one piece in a larger, often complex system.
It's like the difference between a generic phone charger and the one specifically designed for your device.
Yeah, right.
The generic one might technically work,
yeah,
but the custom fit ensures optimal performance and avoids those frustrating compatibility issues.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of finding the perfect fit,
okay,
let's dive back into the world of materials.
Let's do it.
Their website was like a crash course in advanced material science.
Oh, wow.
They break down all the different types of rubber they work with. SBR, NR, EPDM. Who knew there were so many options?
That's the beauty of it.
Right.
Each type of rubber has its own unique strengths and ideal use cases.
Yeah.
For instance, take NBR. It's known for being incredibly resistant to oil and harsh chemicals, making it perfect for something like a printing press that uses corrosive inks.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there's polyurethane.
Yes.
Which seems to be MRPU's pride and joy.
Yeah, it seems to be.
It's like the overachiever of the plastics world, wouldn't you say?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Polyurethane boasts an impressive combination of flexibility, resistance to abrasion, and the ability to handle heavy loads.
Okay.
What we call load-bearing capacity.
Right.
Essentially, this means it can withstand a lot of weight and pressure before it starts to deform or fail.
Right, right.
Think of those conveyor belts hauling heavy boxes in warehouses or moving parts around a busy factory floor.
Yeah.
Polyurethane is often the ideal material for those tough jobs.
It's a workhorse.
It is, absolutely.
And let's not forget about silicone.
Oh, yes.
The superhero of heat resistance.
Right.
The website even highlights its use in the medical and food industries.
Of course.
Which tells you a lot about its safety and reliability.
Exactly.
Right.
Silicone can withstand high temperatures while also being unreactive,
Right.
meaning it won't leach into substances it comes into contact with.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes it ideal for applications where hygiene and purity are paramount.
Of course.
Think about medical tubing, food-grade seals, or even components used in pharmaceutical manufacturing.
Right. You don't want your pills tasting like plastic.
Exactly.
So we've talked about materials,
Yeah.
the meticulous manufacturing process, and the importance of precise measurements. But let's pull back for a moment and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
What does this deep dive into MRPU's world reveal about the modern manufacturing landscape?
That's a great question.
It's like they're saying, we're not just selling you a product.
Right.
We're your partners in solving a specific challenge.
Exactly. It's a true partnership, which is essential for success in today's complex manufacturing landscape.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what else struck me?
What's that?
Their website, despite being in Vietnamese,
Right.
is surprisingly accessible.
Okay.
Clear images, well-organized information.
Yeah.
Even their contact details are easy to find.
Right, right.
It's like they're inviting the world to experience the magic of custom rollers no matter where they are.
It really highlights how information sharing and communication have become globalized.
Companies like MRPU are harnessing the power of the internet to connect with potential clients all over the world.
It's a good reminder that innovation and expertise can come from anywhere.
Absolutely.
A company tucked away in Vietnam can have a global impact.
Absolutely. And it underscores the importance of clear communication and a customer-centric approach, regardless of language barriers or geographical location.
Well said. This deep dive into MRPU has really opened my eyes to the fascinating world of industrial rollers.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
We encounter them every day.
We do.
Often without even realizing it.
Right.
And yet there's so much ingenuity and complex engineering behind those deceptively simple objects.
It's a true testament to the skill and dedication of the people working behind the scenes.
Right. To keep our world running smoothly.
Speaking of running smoothly,
Yeah.
it's amazing to think about all the places rollers are hard at work.
Oh, I know, right?
Often unseen.
Yeah, yeah.
From the luggage carousels at the airport to the massive printing presses used to create your daily newspaper.
Right.
They're everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Even that office chair you're probably sitting on right now relies on rollers.
It's a great reminder to look beyond the surface and appreciate the hidden complexities of the objects and systems we interact with every day.
So next time you're waiting for your suitcase of baggage claim, take a moment to appreciate the humble roller.
Yeah.
It might seem like a small, insignificant part,
Right.
but it plays a vital role in our interconnected world.
And it might just spark a question in your mind.
But what other everyday objects rely on hidden components and specialized manufacturing processes?
Oh, that's a good question.
What goes into making those things work? It's a fascinating world to explore.
Indeed it is. Well, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of custom rollers.
This was fun.
We hope you enjoyed this journey into the heart of manufacturing and material science. Until next time, keep those wheels turning.